White America. Who we are is not hidden. It's cumbersome like regret, evoking like photographs, motionless and grainy, black and white steel frames, picture postcards of lynchings. Sounding of blood, smell of fire, fingerprints burned off bodies hung from trees, nailed to poles, lynched like animals. Hatred, it's as silent as the fangs that bring it form to a stone. This is American truth. Timeless. Inescapable. Justice, don't need guilt. Running down a Chipwick alley, pissing himself like a scared dog, Froggy James was beaten, stabbed, hung and shot, had half his burnt head stuck on a stake in an Illinois city park. How many ways we gotta kill a man before we take his dignity? What's more vulgar? The hooded secret gatherings at the back roads or the picnics at the town squares. White families wearing their Sunday's best to choir, a timely hats and a revival of baseball bats. Open bellies, fresh meat sandwiches, and draft from a courthouse just at lunch. Jesse Washington was a thick black flesh cloud of human smoke as proper children poked his death with a curious stick. Here it is. Laura Nielsen, hanging from a bridge next to her 15-year-old son. See, they accused that woman of stealing. So they raped her. Gave her salvation by letting her ripple the tips of her toes against the clandestine surface of the water. She looked so peaceful, escaping our ancestors' claws. Here it is, Mary Turner. Hung upside down at 8 months pregnant, split along the gut. Here it is like an umbilical cord dangling and unwinding backbeat. But Mary's child made no sound, crushed into the heel of a boot. It knew not a begging, only the blister voices tattered with hate sing with the lushness of a bled-out bruise. In the Georgia backwoods, sweating with the salvation of hymnals. You can almost hear those ghosts singing the chariots. Ain't so damn sweet when you meet them running. Dirt roads got to be cold places to die, so here it is, these photographs, picture postcards of lynchings, sounding like America, sounding like gurgles of death, upper girth scarlet freedom shot through the mouth of Memphis, where dreams deferred as the blood we wipe on our shirt and carry as pilgrim to a new distortion, sounding like gurgles of death, but the blood on our street, that's the coldness of our memory. So here it is, not to be forgotten, but we don't know how many people have died in this land at the hands of racist laughter. Equality. Muffled underneath our laughter, but the right to death is given so freely. From the 1840s Negro man who was force-fed coke, his back broke from long hours and no pay on the banks of the mighty Mississippi, to the way crack crumbles to stardust, and to the way to handgun freedom. 150 blind-eyed years, white folks silent, running from this genocidal, drugged-up torture, not much changing. 2 out of 3 juveniles sentenced to death in this land are American children of color. Not much changing. 1 in 5 black men on death row were convicted by an all-white jury. Not much changing. And in the great state of Texas, if you're black, you're 5 times more likely to get the death penalty for killing a person that's white. Lynch mobs, they ain't dead. They become the inalienable scales of justice. This is American truth. Hatred is as silent as those that turn their eyes to it. Silence is guilty as the fact there ain't no difference between Laura Nielsen hanging from that bridge and whatever young Joe black youth you see on the news. This is America. A perverse call of freedom like fingerprints burned off bodies, like fake gurgles strapped to a table, like laughter singing, not much changing going on around here.